What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So, little different video today. This is totally a talking head video. So, if you're looking for me working on stuff, that's not happening in this one. As of recording this, today's what, December 3rd? 2nd. But, you know, this time of year here at the shop, we are slammed. We make 40% of our income in a 6-week period every year. So, I don't have a lot of free time right now to work on stuff, and that's fine, because frankly, I don't have anything to work on right now. The machine shop is finishing up with my cylinders. I finally got the pistons in for that. That was a whole ordeal, because the size piston I needed was on a national back order. If I needed literally any other size shovel head piston, it was readily available, but the exact one I needed was on national back order, and kind of our options were wait it out or pay to have the cylinders punched out again to the next size up. And it was just cheaper to wait it out. So, anyways, today's video, I want to show you guys what I bought on Black Friday, and it's all parts for the Shovelhead engine, right? So what are we doing with the Shovelhead engine? Ooh, pardon me. Well, I've floated the idea of doing the Evo conversion, and some people don't like that, and I understand why, right? Like, oh, keep a shovel a shovel. Well, guys, the Shovelhead engine is, what, coming up on 60 years old, or just hit 60 years old. I think it's coming up on 60. But a lot of stuff has changed over the years. A lot of stuff has changed since the end of Shovelhead production. I mean, all the Evo is a perfected shovelhead, essentially. So, I've elected to do the Evo conversion to my shovelhead. And the big reason there is there's just a lot of benefits to it. First being better oiling. Second being better valve geometry. Better lift. Get more power out of the engine. And just more reliable. The Evo valve train is a lot more reliable than Shovelhead. I know there's hydraulic options for Shovelheads, but from what I've read, there's a lot of issues with them, so most people elect to stay with the solid, and you end up with a lot of issues with solid lifters because things are always coming out of adjustment. Well, not always, but you know, there's more maintenance involved with solid lifters. And I want a bike that, if I leave today to head to California, only thing I have to worry about is, like, overheating the thing. When I build bikes, I like to build reliable bikes. So I often will sacrifice certain aesthetic options to make a bike more serviceable and more reliable. Like my fenders, I always run more fender gap than other people. Don't get me wrong, I love the look of a tight fender. They look beautiful, I love it. On a show bike. On a bike that I want to travel on, if I need to pull that rear wheel off on the side of the road, if I need to do anything on the side of the road, I want space to be able to do that. So I run a good inch and, well, probably about 2 inches of fender gap. I prefer that so I get my hands in places and actually be able to work on the bike. You know, like, when you build your own bikes, build what you want. Don't let the internet tell you what you have to build. Like, oh, if you don't build it this way, it's not a real chopper. Like, gatekeeping is bullshit. Don't fall for that stuff, guys. Build what you want. Don't let anybody crap on what you like. And just be yourself. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into what I bought. So, I spent exactly $2,475 on Black Friday on parts for the Shovelhead engine. So, everything I bought was S&S. There's other great brands out there, whether it's Fueling, whether it's Velvet Touch, whether it's Andrews, Gems, lots of great brands, but I didn't want to mix and match parts and have to worry about compatibility. So I bought everything S&S. I know everything will work together. So, first up, I have a S&S billet oil pump. So this is more high flow than the factory, and my factory oil pump needed a rebuild anyways, so just went ahead, and got the S&S oil pump. JP Cycles is who I bought everything from, and they ran a nice Black Friday sale on S&S products. I think it might still be going on. I think they're just calling it a holiday sale. Oil pump. After that, we have the S&S Evo oiling conversion. So my lifters were shot, my push rods were bent, and my lifter blocks were broken. Everything that comes in this kit is all stuff that I needed. So S&S, in this kit, you get billet lifter blocks versus the stock ones are cast, so this is just a much better product. You get roller hydraulic lifters, so you're going to have less friction in that valve train, and less friction, less noise, it'll rev quicker. Just overall, a good solid upgrade. As well as their quickie push rods, and with this whole set, I'll be able to pretty much set it and forget it. Like, yes, do you want to check stuff from time to time? Obviously, but it'll be a lot less maintenance. It also comes with these longer retaining clips, so you could still use your shovel head push rod tubes with the kit. And then in this box, not part of the kit, I bought this separate, but I bought the S&S breather gear. So the one that was in my engine was a plastic one, and it looks fine, but I've read a lot of stuff about just replacing that with a metal one because the plastic ones can break. Makes sense. As far as I know, this engine was put together in the 80s, so let's get some 40-year-old plastic out of that engine and upgrade with some good modern metal. So that's everything in this box. Next up, to go with all these new components, we have a S&S camshaft. Now this kit requires that you use a Evo camshaft because the lifter blocks change the geometry of everything. And, you know, some people run Evo lifter blocks. Does it work? Yes. Is the geometry correct? No. And you can end up with some oil leaks and just some other issues. So these provide all the correct adjustments for everything to fit right. For a camshaft, I went with the 508 camshaft. And now, with this conversion, I pick up, I think it's 9% lift over a shovel head, but I actually lose 9% compared to an Evo. An Evo has a better rocker arm ratio than a shovel head. This kit raises the rocker arm ratio to 1.5 when you use the S&S rockers with it. So, speaking of the S&S rockers, I have those right here. These are the 1.5 ratio rockers. They are forged roller rockers, keeping with that theme of just less valve train friction, smoother running engine, better revving. And this will also allow for me to get rid of the external oil lines, which they're known to have some sealing issues. So this bike will now oil the top end through the lifters up through the push rods into these rockers, just like an Evo. So that's all the stuff I bought for the engine. I'm really excited to get into putting all this together. I'm hoping in the next week to have the jugs back, but you know, the back order on the pistons kind of messed up my spot at the machine shop. So time marches on, there's other work to be done. I understand. Once this engine's together, the bike, we're getting there. We're about done with it. I still need to pick a paint color. I've got a few other things to do. I did purchase a different rear fender. So the rear fender that I originally put on it, it was a TC Bros, and it just, one side of it had this weird bend in it that just kind of, if you stood behind the bike, you could kind of see it, and it bothered me. So I bought a lowbrow manta ray fender, super high quality fenders. They're not cheap. They're about twice as much as the TC Bros, but it's a made in USA fender, not a made in China fender. much higher quality. So I'm going to fit that to the bike. I may show that, I may not. I also got the casting for the oil tank. Who knows, maybe I'll make a short out just throwing that casting on. But we're nearing the finish line on the bike, and I'm really excited to get some stuff off to paint and get some traveling done on this Shovelhead this year. I think we're planning on going to the Tennessee Motorcycle Revival, and if we do that, I would really like to take the Shovelhead, as well as I have some other trips doing. I know I'm going to end up in Denver, I think late April, maybe early May. I have a whole video I'm going to do out of that, where I run to Denver in 24 hours. Like, I don't want to give away the video, because I don't want other people ripping off the idea. Not saying Shade Tree rips off my ideas, he's completely unaware of who I even am, but I swear, every time I come out with a video, 2 days later, he comes out with a video on the same exact topic. So, but that's all what's going on, guys. I don't know what the next few weeks look like. You know, I haven't even been putting out weekly videos. I've been skipping 1 or 2 a month lately, just trying to keep up with everything. And on top of that, I am in the woods like crazy. Bow hunting has just consumed me. I love archery, I love shooting a bow, and I love being in the woods. And now that the rut is over, I hunt public land. There's less people out there. I kind of have the woods to myself, and I'm seeing more deer than ever. The other day I went out and I saw 8 deer, and I've never seen 8 deer in one day before. So I'm just having a great time with that. Again, if that's content you guys are interested in, I'll try my best to get some of that, but it's really hard to film yourself hunting, and there's so many channels who already do it, and that's just not really what I do here. But if you guys are interested, maybe I'll make some shorts out of it. Other than that, guys, I guess that's going to wrap this video up. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. And in the description box below, there are links to all of our social media, as well as our company website, Headstalls.com, where we make everything for horses right here in the U.S., as well as dog leashes and dog collars. And there's a 5% off discount code in the description. I'll see you all in the next one. I love you all. I'm out of here.